Hey y'all, Megan here. I'm doing some image cleanup on wagtail.org this week, and I thought y'all would like to see how I go about it. All right, so right here we have the wagtail.org image library. I went ahead and sorted it to the oldest images in the library, just because those are the ones that are most likely not to be used anymore. We did a lot of like archiving of pages and moving content around and things like that. So chances are there are some images that are not really being used anymore or being underused. So let's go ahead and click on an image here, and then I'm going to select all. And then I'm going to do something a little unintuitive here. I'm going to hit the delete button. Yeah, delete. But don't worry, watch what happens. When you hit delete like this, you get a "Are you really sure?" message before Wagtail just obliterates your images. And that's one of the things that I love about Wagtail is that it really is kind of like, are you sure? Are you really sure? Before you get a chance to delete things. And so it's a very useful feature. And what you get is this whole list of images on that page, and you not only get their names and things like that, but also you can see at a glance, like, how many times they've been used. And just, scanning down here, I can see that, all these images have been used one or two times. So in this case, I definitely don't want to delete these images without taking a closer look at what they're being used for. So I'm going to go ahead and say, let's not delete these. And I actually went through a couple pages of our older images before it occurred to me that I should show you guys how I'm going about this. So I'm going to go ahead and click through to our third oldest page of images. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and select all the images here. And then I'm going to hit that delete button. No matter, how wrong it feels. I take comfort in knowing that this message will stop me and keep me from going too far. And so as you can see, once again, we have, a bunch of images that are used one time, but we also have a bunch that are used 0 times here. And what I'm going to do, because I have this nice handy dandy list here, is I'm just going to go ahead and right click and open the image up in a new tab. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that for a few images. If y'all weren't watching me, I would just go ahead and do that for the whole page, just so that I have everything open in fresh tabs and can keep track of things. And so when I click over to this tab here, we can see we have this older image. It was probably from like a way older version of Wagtail, back before, like you can see here, we have like, the old sidebar and things like that. This is definitely a very, very old image, and we definitely don't use it anymore. So, I can confirm that it's not being used. Also, if I really wanted to save a copy, what I can do here is I can open up the original image in a new tab as well. I can just go ahead and right click, save image as, and I kind of have a backup folder here of images that I'm like, well, maybe I might want to use them later and don't want to completely delete them, but they shouldn't really live on the web server anymore. So you can definitely do that if you want to as well. It really depends on what sort of backups you want. But once you've made your decision that, this image really has no use anymore, you can be like Marie Kondo if you want. You can thank the image for what it did for you back in the day when it was useful. But now it's time to let it go. And so in making that decision, I'm going to go to the Actions menu right here, and then I'm going to hit Delete. And once again, I'm prompted, do you really want to do this? And yes, I'm going to go ahead and do this. All right, so pretty much what I'm planning to do is to go through all our images that are being used 0 times and do exactly that. I will probably also do a pass and look a little closer at the images that are being used once, just because Wagtail will say even if a page has been moved to private or if it's still in draft state, that the image is being used. So it's worth taking a closer look at those as well. All right, if you enjoyed that tip, please consider signing up for our newsletter, This Week in Wagtail. You can find that at wagtail.org/newsletter. Also, we have a webinar coming up in May. If you'd like to meet me and other members of the core team in person, please consider coming along. I'm going to include the link down in the video description. We got 2 times for 2 different time zones. Whichever time works the best for you, please come along. I really hope you can make it.